Welcome back to Exotics Anonymous. We need to talk about this Audi RS6 rumor that has people in a panic. I've been following the RS6 that's about to be released 2019 when I first heard rumors there might be a sedan this time around, which it sounds like there's going to be. But recently rumors have gotten out of control and I want to address them because I think I know a good bit about this topic and I think I could maybe put some people at ease. Before we get into that, please like the video, leave a comment for me, subscribe. It all helps me out a lot so I can keep making videos like this for you guys. Check out the other videos on my channel, and now back to the video. So what do we know for sure about this new Audi RS6 that's coming? It's definitely going to be a hybrid, some type of combustion and hybrid powertrain working together, and it's going to compete with the new BMW M5, which is a twin turbo V8 hybrid, and the upcoming, further away though, Mercedes E63 that probably wasn't planned at all to begin with, but as regulations have kind of opened up a little and they realize they can make it happen, they're doing it. But that car is at least another year out. They say a 2027 model year at the earliest. But what we do know about that E63 is that it is having a brand new V8 developed for it. So it's going to be another twin turbo V8 hybrid, just like the M5. Now the current RS6 is just a twin turbo V8, on its own. There's no battery adding 150 horsepower or whatever. It's a twin turbo V8. The performance trim of it's great. I mean, it's really lively now. So the current RS6 and RS7 Performance are great cars, but they are all engine. There's no hybrid system. That's going to change for sure on the new RS6, which is a shame because how the RS6 and 7 are right now, obviously I'm a little biased to see all the Audi stuff. I'm sitting in my Audi S6. It's a shame because the non-hybrid stuff with all the power they're making right now is probably peak, 4-seat car. A lot of power, not too much weight, still fun to drive. A lot of these hybrids, especially the new M5, have been getting critiqued because they're so heavy that even though they're really fast, they're not really exciting anymore. And there's some concern for that coming with Audi. But the big rumor that's been freaking everybody out is that this new RS6 is no longer going to have a twin-turbo V8. It's going to have presumably the 6-cylinder that's in the Audi RS5 that they just launched. I don't think that's true. I don't think there's any sliver of that that's true. I think a couple people have seen some test mules running around. A few of them haven't sounded like V8s. A few of them did. We don't know what they're really testing. They could have been testing the RS5 powertrain in those cars that people thought were the new RS6. I mean, the RS5 kind of looks like an RS6 now. If they do away with the V8 in the RS6, what's the differentiator going to be between an RS5 and an RS6? I mean, especially they make an RS5 touring now. Not here, but in Europe at least. It would be the same car. I mean, would it be slightly larger? Maybe, but the new RS5 is pretty big now. I'd love to see the new RS5 next to like the C7 RS6, because I bet it's not as different as people think. I don't think there's a shred of truth that there's not going to be a twin turbo V8 in the RS6, unless they're just deciding, oh, we don't compete with the M5 and the E63 anymore. We're going to go, at the E53 and the M550. Like, what? I don't see them doing that at all. There's a reason I'm sitting in an S6 right now that's the last generation with the twin turbo V8 and not the new, like, twin turbo mild hybrid 6-cylinder one they did. A, because they had a lot of problems, and B, it just kind of kills the excitement of the car. Like, if you don't have the V8, what's the point? It just feels like an A6 with a tune on it. So I don't think there's any truth to this V6 hybrid thing. I don't think anyone has to worry. If they did, no one's going to want that. I mean, people saw how bad that, like, the new C63 got clowned on from going from a big V8 engine just down to a turbo 4-cylinder hybrid. No one wanted it. So I think a similar thing would happen if they did a V6 RS6 hybrid. I don't think anybody would care anymore. I think they need to keep the V8 in there. I think this car needs to make at least 750 horsepower. I think, here we go, like another reason I think this isn't true at all. The Panamera and the new Bentleys all have the powertrain that's supposedly going in this RS6. It's the twin turbo V8 that they've been making for years, obviously whatever the newest updates are, with the hybrid system. And they're making, I think the Bentley makes 771 horsepower in the most powerful trim right now. 771, plenty of power. Because they're all owned by each other, and I think the Porsche makes the exact same power, I'm sure the Audi will probably be down, 20 to 30 horsepower. Maybe it'll make 740 horsepower, fine. It's not going to be the V6. If it is, they better make 800 horsepower and just make it way faster than everything, because otherwise, there's no hope for that car. I mean, I don't see that happening. Even if it was faster than everything, people still might not want it, just because the sound's going to be gone, the excitement's not going to be there. V6s can sound good, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying when people expect a V8, especially one that sounds really good the last couple of years, like if you haven't heard like a Panamera GTS from like 2023 with that V8, even though it only makes 473 horsepower, it sounds incredible. And the same is true for like the recent Bentayga S V8s. The newer Panameras, just like the GTS, but the turbos now sound good too. Like, that engine sounds really good. So I know the emissions in Europe have made it really hard to make the car sound good. I hope the American ones at least continue to sound good, especially now that we have even less restrictive emission regulation. I really think this RS6 needs to have a V8 for the car to make any sense, even within Audi's own lineup. There'd be no reason to spend the extra probably 30 grand to buy an RS6 over what they just did with the RS5. I am worried about the RS6 for other reasons though, mainly the interior of the new A6 that they launched about a year ago now. I don't love it. The way they integrated the screens is just not smooth. Like, perfect screen integration was probably like the 2018 to 2023 E-Class, where it was just like there were two screens on the dash right in front of you, but it didn't look out of place. It didn't take up too much space. It didn't ruin the viewing experience of like the whole interior. The new Audis just feel like all screen, and it's like wrapped a little bit in front of you. It's not a good look. Even Audi's dashes were almost, peak, I would say, a few years ago, when it had like that digital MMI cockpit where you could put like the nav right in front of you. Like the one in the R8s was great. They've gone too much screen. I don't love that the sunroof appears to not open, at least in the ones I've seen. It's just like a big piece of glass that you can't open at all. I hope there's an option to get like a regular sunroof, even if it's just like one of these that you just slide back with your hand, because it's kind of ridiculous you can't open the sunroof anymore in your car, especially when you pay 160 grand for one, for what this new R6 is going to cost, and like a Honda Civic's sunroof would open with no problem. So I hope they make some changes, just maybe make the screens actually integrate with the dashboard a little better, add some basic features we've had in every other car for 15 years. I think they could salvage it. I don't think it's too late. The car's not out yet. I think there's a reason the car's not out yet, by the way. That RS5 that just came out maybe a month ago now, was supposed to come out back in November, and then as the release date was approaching, they pushed it to like mid to late February out of nowhere. This RS6, I would have expected to see it already. I mean, the A6 came out March 4th of last year, just off the top of my head. I think that was the date. It's been a year. Usually, it's one model year between the A models and the S and RS models. We haven't seen an S6 yet either. And I am curious if they'll even be an S6, because they've kind of put themselves in a tricky spot now where like the RS5 powertrain is just going to go into the slightly bigger S6 now. I mean, it's not going to be that big of a size difference anymore. They have an opportunity to make people like me very happy and just put that awesome V8 the way that it's been recently in all the RS6 and 7 performance, drop that in the new A6 body, call that the S6, and then if you want the really crazy fast one, that's the hybrid RS6 with the V8. That'd be awesome. I'd be all for that. I hope the S6 isn't just like the A6 engine or RS5 engine with the hybrid system, kind of like the RS6 I was saying nobody would want. It would just make the S6 even less wantable nowadays. It almost feels like the true spiritual successor to this S6 was the SQ8, because you got this engine. The SQ8s don't set that high. It's definitely an SUV, but that car drives more exciting than the new S6 does. It's kind of a shame. So I hope Audi kind of looks at their models and kind of figures out what customers actually want. They've been doing a better job of this than a lot of brands. Like, they've been fixing the badges on the back of the car and adding the little ones back to the front grille. And, I think they'll keep buttons in the interior, at least for a while, in the places that they can. Like the steering wheels, I know they've been putting buttons back on already. So Audi does listen. I hope they just, have been developing the car itself in line with customers' wants and needs. So what do you guys think? Did I miss anything? Do you think it's not going to be a V8? Do you think it'll be the V6? You buy into these rumors, or you think that I'm kind of spot on and it's going to be the V8 and everybody's panicking for no reason? Do you have any cars that you think are going to be better than this RS6 regardless of what powertrain's in it, or do you think it's just going to be the new favorite again? I mean, when the RS6 came to the US a few years ago, it was a huge deal. They're supposed to be a sedan this time around, which I'd be happy about because I like sedans better. Hopefully this new RS6 is great. I'd love to see it have that powertrain from the new Porsche Panamera Turbo, or the Bentley Continentals, whatever you want to say. I hope we see it soon. I mean, that RS5 got delayed 4 months, so I was expecting to see the RS6 in March. I guess 4 months, we won't see it until July. That would kind of suck if it's that long. I don't think it'll be that long, but it could. You never know. I mean, if they push it till summer now, I wouldn't be shocked. I just hope the car's ready when it comes out and it works. That's the big thing. These cars need to work. They're daily drivers. It's not like, some of these supercars that can get away with the hybrids having problems. Like the daily driver stuff has to work. I think the Urus SEs have been pretty good. Same powertrain again. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I look forward to seeing you guys in my next video. Please, again, like and subscribe, and leave a comment for me, get the engagement up. And I can't wait to see you guys in the next video.